Hey, welcome. My name is Andre. I'm a producer with the Billboard 500 Club, which is Adam's private group. Welcome to the Music Industry Contact YouTube channel, where we do in-depth breakdowns of hit songs. Today's video, I'm going to be analyzing IVE, their song 11. If you didn't already know, we cannot monetize these videos here. So our Patreon Golden Ear community means the world to us. Over on our Patreon, we have more exclusive content only found there, including early access to videos and polls, so you can help us select the next song to break down. If you've been supporting our channel over on Patreon, we have to say thank you so much. And if you haven't yet, click in the link in the description to pledge and join us there. Yes, without any further ado, let's get into IVE 11. All right, cool. Let's go back to the top. There's some really cool elements here. Yeah, definitely got that Egyptian vibe. All right, so off the top, yeah, you definitely hear this really cool like Middle Eastern guitar. It's about the way it's being played, like the rhythm of it. Definitely feel like it's going to be a bop. It's definitely going to be like a dance record, right? I can feel that from just the way they're playing that initial guitar, and it's kind of filtered and it feels treated really warmly. You kind of have that element, and then you have this voice that's filtered down, right? The same thing where they cut off the high frequencies, and it has this really interesting scale. It almost feels like a snake. Like it has like it's spiraling and it's given like this really interesting. So right off the bat, it's hooking you in with not only what the guitar is doing, but also what the vocals are doing. And it sounds like that's going to be a theme that's going to be coming back and forth, right? An anchor, so to speak, that's going to be bringing them back, like reintroduced many times throughout the song. So right off the top, hooked. Yeah, right there off the top, first half of the first verse, already power 3 in the vocal melodies. Also, what they did is that it felt very like mysterious and like this wavy, spaced out vocal initially, and then it brings it. And you hear like the transitional effect where it says, boom, okay, now here we are in the verse. And the way the drums hit and everything is just real, like it pops right in your face. And even notice that they have this like marimba, like mallet going on that's introduced in this new section. You even hear going in from this part to the neck. Really subtly hear this transitional effect of like these lasers, just real subtly in the background. That's allowing, that's showing like the next section is coming in, right? And it's real clear. feels like they transition to another tempo there. That definitely, you feel them pull everything out and then they use the vocal to switch it up and boom, and we go on, right? And it kicks up, right? Right, and then it hits you with a real simple line, right? So it has the power of three and the vocal melodies of this hook, and then what does it do? It all of a sudden it's like has this tension and release, or all of a sudden it goes, shoot, you make me feel like 11, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I'll tell you one trick with songwriting. I definitely pull this from the hit song checklist, that you'll definitely hear these parts where it's like just keeping it simple is like one of the keys to make it easy for others to memorize your music, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You make me feel like 11. Like it sounds really simple, and it's also like a dope way of saying like you make say they feel like a 10. Like no, I feel like 11. It's like cool, like, and then it leaves you with that, and it gives you a second to like process that thought. Like that was kind of fly, right? Okay. 5, 6, 7. You make me feel like 11. And then they use that vocal that. Like reverse vocal, like to kind of like lead you into the next verse. And after they just took everything out for a minute and just left that guitar again with a little percussion, and then we transitioned into the next part. So it didn't just like go from chorus right into it. It gave you a second. I think it was about 4 measures the most, and then it goes right into the next section, right? And it's okay, cool, and we're back. You hear that chanting part? We heard that very, very beginning. That set the tone from the back. Like that, right? All that wavy snake vibe that felt in the intro. There it comes back with everybody, and this time it's not filtered out. Now this feels like airy and spacey. You make me feel like 11. Very cool. So what they did in the very beginning intro was actually tease you with the main melody, right, which is that guitar, right? And then they had that chant with that interesting scale. And then when you hear it again, about 2 minutes later, right, about a minute and a half or so afterward, then there you hear like, oh, I know that one. And you can just sing along, hum along to it easily because it's already established in the back of your head. Because like, oh, that's kind of cool. You say, all right, cool, put that away for later. And then they reintroduce and like, oh yeah, that was actually the post chorus. So again, you see lots of power 3 in the melody, and you see them using a lot of like tension release. All of a sudden, boom, you make me feel like 11, and then it hits it right back into it. So it has this push and pull going on, this ebb and flow of it. That way you don't get tired of hearing it. And then right here, they're doing a backbeat. So everything's been like boom, ta boom, ta boom, ta boom, ta boom. Right then, all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. Like they also they call it cut time or halftime, right? Also, they took it, then they slowed it down, and then it gives it a different feel. So now, if it just hit the same verse instrumentation, the same that happened earlier, then probably you might as well be like, okay, I'm over it, probably hit next. But also here's a switch up and almost feels cinematic, that some of the elements they're using, right? Almost like if there was a pop song made during like the movie The Mummy, right? It has that element to it. Even the percussion, but they do have the percussion doing some the claps and the bells in the background, still a little more upbeat, but the drums itself slow it down, right? And even her melody that she's using is like really like laid back, right? It feels like it works with the drums. It's a switch up. So then now they're about to transition back. It sounds like a change in tempo to me. Cool. Yeah, and that was like, that's all we need right there. That again, so they brought back that post-chorus, that Arabic scale, that really interesting serpent post-chorus, which they would do some other elements, other melodies on top of it in between, right? It feels cool. And then at the very end, they took out all the reverb and the delay, all these vocal effects, and just leave it real dry, like as if she's just talking to us right here. All this is all this. It feels like you're in, scaling the pyramids of Giza, and all of a sudden it just goes, doom. You make me feel right here. And even left the breath in there and everything. It's sweet. Wow, that was really cool. Yeah, and if you want some more of what we're describing, like the hit song checklist is really powerful. If you want to get into what they were doing with those harmonies, they have a harmonies course as well at the Billboard500.com. Some of the different transitional effects and the production hit song. I mentioned hit song checklist, but the producer's cookbook, that one is fire. It'll give you what's pointed out in there, you'll see a lot in hit songs. Okay, cool. So before I give my final thoughts on the song, I want to thank you for checking out my breakdown of IVE 11. If you liked it, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more. What I was really impressed with was I'll be honest, it was that serpent Arabic melody that was just like off the bat with that guitar. Like if those two things by itself, that was the setup, like that was really cool. I was like, I'm down for whatever's about to happen. And that was in the first few seconds. I mean, that's a big tip right there. If you go back and you study Dennis Pop or Max Martin, you'll definitely see that like all those songs that they had, especially in the beginning with Britney Spears, and they still do today, always have these interesting intros that like in the first 5 seconds are going to catch your ear. That's clutch to a hit song. And they nailed it. And it's really interesting. I can see why it has like over 140 million views. Like it's cool. And the video is really fly too. I'd say one of the things that surprised me was I thought it would be really cool to have a breakdown with and really expand on that serpent melody and maybe just have like a breakdown with it. I was anticipating that they were gonna have a whole space like to really exploit that with some switch up on the drums. They did use it twice, and then plus the intro, a little bit teasing the intro. I was surprised they didn't do more with that. I thought that'd be really cool. Maybe in their live shows they let that run and they have some more fun with it. It'd be really cool to have like a breakdown with it. You see Beyonce do that a lot, like in the live shows. They'll take one section and just have like the drum line go off. I would have been down for that. I was pretty much feeling the whole song. Yeah, I had really nothing negative to say about it. It was a solid song. And yeah, the more I do these K-pop breakdowns, I'm a bigger fan of K-pop, every one of these songs. And listen, if you're a musician, you're an artist, producer, songwriter, and some of this information is really find helpful for yourself, there is a community called the Billboard 500 Club that Adam puts together. And I've been part of it for a while, and it's fantastic for networking and collaborating with other great musicians and people who are like-minded. We have like over 70 mentors who are currently successful in the industry, which is a difference than used to. And they're currently killing it. And then they love teaching up and comers like myself. And there's a whole group of us that have been in this. And if that sounds like that works for you, then I would apply. Now, mind you, there's only a limited capacity, so I would apply soon. But if this is something that's in your lane, that you're interested in growing in that way, then the Billboard 500 Club is probably the best place for you. Again, my name is Andre. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Give me some of that power.